Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel.
Do you not get the concept?
So today we are going to be doing advice that I wish I knew before I was 25, and also some advice that I would just give based on like things I've been doing since I've been living that's been working for me. So happy Vlogtober as usual. Give this a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and let's get straight into the freaking video. Travel while you're still young. I'm gonna let you know right now, the same amount of money you spend at the club on a weekend popping bottles is the same amount of money it costs to go on a quick little weekend trip. Like, I know people are like, oh, they want to wait till their 30s to enjoy stuff like that. Life is not promised, because I've known people who've worked through dying literally and died on the job, and all we got was an email that said, oh, sorry, our condolences, and they put a little picture on the stamp. These jobs, they care, but they don't care that much about you. Say yes to everything. I don't mean literally everything, but say yes to everything. Like me personally, I was very stuck up. I guess you can say very stuck up. And I used to be like, no, I'm not doing this and I'm not doing that. Like very closed off to things that were not part of my regular routine. And when I finally I had seen a video where somebody was like, say yes to everything. And I finally took their advice, even things that I was like, oh, it's so dumb. I started realizing like there's so many things in life that I have not experienced that I would not have experienced if I didn't take the chance to try something new. While you're young and able and you don't have that much responsibilities, take the chance. I'm telling you, most times you will not regret it. There are some times where you're gonna be like, oh, I should have never did that, but better now than later. Venture out. Like, you do not have to stay with your same friends that you knew from diapers, okay? As you grow, your mindset about things in life change. And sometimes the friends that you've had from diapers, they want to keep still doing the same thing that y'all were doing from diapers. They don't want to evolve. So that's when it's like you have to put on your big girl pants, get dressed, go to the unknown, and find something new. Like, one way I made new friends in my 20s was I went to like week-long networking events. I went to the club. I went places by myself, and like people were like, oh, hey, are you by yourself? And they just had a conversation with me. I went to pop-up shops. I literally went to places for things I was interested in, and there is 9 out of 10, there are people there who are by themselves doing the same thing, and crazy enough, you guys end up being friends. Nobody is coming to save you. If you're a girl like me, you grew up on Prince Charming stories and Cinderella and Disney and whatever, a man is not going to save you. And unfortunately, sometimes not even your family is going to save you. And it sucks to realize stuff like that, especially the older you get, because you feel like if you have nothing in life, maybe you can fall back on your family. Sometimes that's not even an option. Your health. Your health is super important. There's not quick fixes. Like, I know the waist trainer epidemic is going to give you a slim waist. Like, you're not going to get a slim waist unless you get up and you go to the gym. You eat right. You eat healthy. Like, your health is so important. One thing I learned in my kidneys class, right? Even just going outside to take a walk for 10 minutes, bro, it could save your life. Like, cardiovascular health is so important. You want to be able still. Like, go outside, walk every day. And what they say, if you don't use it, you lose it. When I tell you, they ain't lying. Because that one COVID year we had where we could not leave the house, I remember the most I used to walk was from the couch to the kitchen. And by the time I had to like get back into the route of walking on campus, I was in literal pain every day for months trying to relearn how to walk. Which is crazy to say, because what was I? 20, 21, relearning how to walk? Baby, no. You do not want that. You think that you're going to have everything together as soon as you graduate because it's like, oh, you got the job and whatever. You are starting all over again. You are literally a baby adult. It's okay to not know what you're doing. Me, I am one of those, like, I was a control freak. I still am kind of, but I learned to tone it down just a tiny bit. I have my life planned out to a T from when I was younger all the way up to 21. After I turned 22, I was freestyling. I didn't know what to do. I started panicking. A lot of people kept telling me like, hey, you keep living your life like it's a movie. Your day-to-day is not scripted. It's around to not go to plan. That's what life and living really is, and I hate. I'm not gonna lie, I still hate when people say that. Chase habits, not goals. Still have your goals, obviously. One thing I learned is that I always have these crazy goals, and then once I achieve them, they kind of go out the window, and I forget about them, and then I get like really depressed because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not doing enough, blah blah blah. But in reality, it's like you're doing just fine. You really are. It's just you in your head, and I'm not gonna lie, you are always going to be your biggest critic, all the time. Stop looking for ways to escape the life you already have, okay? Because yes, you're gonna be like, oh, life is gonna get better when I go on this trip, or when I get this and when I get that. But it's just like, what about the journey? What if you get something quick and easy? It's just like, okay, cool. I'll put it in terms of like, in terms of food, right? You could go to McDonald's. I could get a McChicken every single day, and I'm great, and I'm gonna have a great mood. But nothing feels more rewarding than when I could go and I could get that seafood boil. I don't know where I'm going with that, but like, the point is, create healthy habits, create goals, but don't make your goals the reason for your happiness. Make you waking up every day something you look forward to as much as that trip, that purchase, that event, all of that. It is okay to live with your parents. Every time I try to move out, all my friends who were older than me, they were literally like, hey, don't. If you absolutely cannot bear it anymore, that should be the only reason you leave. Other than that, just stay. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm usually hard of hearing, and that was the best advice I've ever taken from anybody, because one, I am such a free spirit. I'm never home. I like to get up, go, run, fly. Like, I feel like my room is low-key more of a storage place than somewhere I sleep. But if I was paying rent for this, I would literally be sick to my stomach. And two, I don't even know what's two, but like that's the number one thing. You're able to save your money, and you're able to move as freely as you want. So live with your parents as long as you can. Comparison is literally the thief of happiness. If you sit down and you're looking and you're like, oh my gosh, this person got an apartment, this person got a car, this person's married, this person's that, you're gonna keep playing in your brain that you always have to catch up. If you doing one thing and somebody's doing another thing, I guarantee you people are still looking at you like, damn, how is she able to do this? Or damn, I wish I could have lived like this, or I wish I waited a little longer. Like, everybody always has their like highs and lows for a situation, because everybody's so focused on everybody else's life that they forget to live their own. House, kid, family, car, marriage by 25. That might be true for some people. When I turned 22, I was like, oh my gosh, I graduated college, like I'm ready to have a kid and family. I'm ready to have kids, like blah blah blah, like I already lived my life. No. I didn't really start living for real until I got that job out of college, and I had big girl money to spend on whatever I want. It wasn't, oh, what my parents say yes or no to. It's like big girl money and freedom. Yeah, I'll wait on the kids. I'll literally wait on the kids. When it comes to dating, in the beginning, bro, have fun. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I used to be like one of those like really serious person. Like, I'm not going on a date with this boy if he doesn't have this and that, and he doesn't do X, Y, and Z. I remember one day, I literally told Sine, like, you know what? Put me on blind dates. I'ma go. And I'm not gonna lie, they may not be my dream man, but I be having fun. Like, I literally be having fun. Like, I go out flying. You don't have to like kiss them or nothing. Like, you don't have to do all that extra stuff. But like, it be so fun. You end up, most of them I just ended up being friends with. But before, I used to be like so serious, so strict. Like, none of that. Like, in your 20s, bro, you're supposed to be dating multiple people. Like, there's always this really big stigma about like, oh, you a hoe if you talk to more than one boy. But like, honestly, in this day and age, so many things are like separated between like boys and girls, where it can't be like this traditional way where it's like, oh, we met in class and we were friends and we were this and that. Like, dating literally is the equivalent to like the opportunities you had in college, where you just walked around and you just met the person, blah 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 blah. But it's a little bit more essential because you have to plan a date, set a time, blah blah blah. When you do get serious now about being with somebody, that's when I would say date intentionally. And don't be dating for what you see on the internet. Date for what you think suits your life, because watching my family members get older in their marriage, it just makes sense why they're together. Like, the way they live, the things they do, because this is literally somebody you're going to be laying in bed with forever, having kids with, sharing bills with, doing everything with. Like when they say your life partner, like y'all are gonna be doing life together, so it makes sense to be with somebody who aligns with what you want out of life in general. Because I'm telling you, you could pretend for but so long, and it's even worse to pretend when y'all live together. Take as many pictures as possible. Take pictures with your friends, take pictures of the view, take pictures of the food you eat, because these are your memories. These are the days you're gonna look back, and when you tell your stories, you're gonna be like, oh my goodness, like wow. Because one thing I will say, when you do settle down, life gets really, really, really slow and really, really routine and just a little bit more limited. So you're gonna be like in a little tiny microcosm. You, your partner, your kids, your house, your job. Circle. Every day might start looking the same. So take those pictures, have those memories, so you have something to look back on. When people think pictures, they're thinking like, oh, it has to be post-worthy, like it has to be something I could post on the internet. Most of the pictures I have, they're just strictly for memories. Like I even made a spam account just so that we could share the memories with each other and just kiki and laugh about it later. Like there used to be a time where people took pictures and put them in a photo album, if you guys do recall. And this one was a hard one for me. Not everybody you meet has the purest intentions. So for me, most of the time when I met somebody, I would always think like, oh wow, they're so nice, like they just want to really be my friend, like they just want to get to know me. There are people who see that you're doing stuff in your life, and they will literally surround themselves around you just so that they can figure out how you're doing what you're doing. I'm not saying that's everybody, but sometimes you have to be mindful of like certain things that somebody might say to you, the comments they make. Not everybody has pure intentions. That one would actually suck, because that one was so hard for me, because I'm like, why would anybody want to do that? Like why? And whenever I would ask my friends like advice about that, they would be like, because they just did. They like, there's not even a reason. Like I can't even tell you a reason, because I don't even freaking know. Like max out that 401k, 403b, whatever it is called, max it out. And if your company is matching, bro, I'm telling you, that retirement fund, I don't know how much of it we're gonna have a retirement fund later, because you know they are saying that there's less kids being born, so it might be a bad thing for blah blah blah. Don't worry about that right now, but max it out so that when you retire you have money. A lot of times people don't know about that, or they're trying to take their whole paycheck and spend it on something. Don't even do that. Like don't do that, because I know a lot of times too, there's people who you're trying to impress the internet or flex and all of that. It's not that serious. Half the time, I'm not gonna lie, people get benefits from their job. They have other means of making money. They have networks of people who might invite them to go places. Not everything that they do is like big spending all the time. So don't be out here trying to play catch up. Don't be out here trying to live a life that somebody else is living, where they're not even showing you every single thing that they're doing to get what they do. Don't be wasting all your money on materialistic things. Have a savings account. Save your money. I'm telling you, save your money. Like one thing I do, I like to always split my checks. I would have money for me, half the money goes into my savings account. Granted, everybody can't do that because you know you got bills and stuff, but that's why I told you it's not all that bad when you live with your parents, because you can actually save your money so you have a little head start when you move out. Take solo dates. This sounds crazy. It felt a little crazy when I was first doing it by myself, but let me tell you, I'm not gonna lie, have learned to enjoy my company so much that sometimes I be forgetting that I spent the whole day by myself, or I forget that I did not open my mouth at all. Also, find hobbies. Find something that you like to do outside of work. I'm telling you, it will make you feel more sane. Not something that you're trying to monetize, nothing like that. Oh, my last thing. This is going to be my very, very, very last piece of advice. Fake it till you make it, okay? Because most of the people, all them industry professionals, them CEOs, your boss, all of them, half the time they don't know what the hell they're doing. They're faking it just as much as you. When you feel down and you don't feel like you're able to do anything, 90% of the time, it's literally just confidence. I'm telling you. Literally just confidence. That person you think that has their life all together, they're figuring out life just as much as you. We've all only lived one life. We've all are trying to figure it out. It's easier when you find a mentor that can help guide you and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, even they're figuring it out. But yeah, that's all my advice. Those are like my gems that I wish I knew before I was 25. And I hope that they help y'all, and I hope it helps you realize that like you're not behind on life, you're exactly where you need to be. God has a plan for everybody, and he'll never put you in a place where you don't belong or put you behind when you're supposed to be ahead, or none of that. Life is literally what you make out of it. Don't let nobody tell you can't. Don't let nobody tell you can't do nothing, okay? Anything is possible. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Come back tomorrow for another day of Vlogmas. As usual, I love y'all. Give this a thumbs up. Comment down below any other advice you would give. If you're older than me, if you're close in age to me, just drop your tips for getting through life. And subscribe if you're new. But anyways, as usual, love y'all. Later.